What's up, guys? Scion here, and it's been 3 months basically since Black Desert has been out, well, roughly 3 months. So I wanted to give like a 3 month, I guess you can call it review, for what I thought. I've done this for Blade and Soul. I did it for Black Desert. I think like after the first month. I called it after the dust settles. So I just wanted to get in there and just tell you what I feel and tell you that Black Desert gets kind of a raw deal and we're just gonna go from there and have a little fun with this one. So the first thing I want to talk about is the new Valencia patch that's going to be coming. You can actually take advantage of the EXP event that's going on right now. Please do that, because when you get to like 55, it gets really hard to grind up in this game. So please try to get to level 55. That'll be in your best interest. Another thing with the Valencia patch is the PvP is going to be rounded out a little bit in the Battlegrounds. So you're definitely going to want to take advantage of that and just try it out, because it won't be so much so that you're going to run up to like really massively stronger enemies, and it's just not that fun. And PvP is a part of this game. It's not the main solo thing in the game, so keep that in mind also. So as far as the review, we're going to get right into it. And the very first thing that I would like to identify with this game is that it's identified wrong and played wrong. And what I mean by that, when I say identified wrong, it's pretty much put out there as a PvP unforgiving game, and the PvP is about maybe 15 to 20% of the game. Now granted, that is a fifth of the game, but you still got 80% of the game that's left over, and that doesn't mean that it's like just some game that you can't get ahead in. That's just not the case of everything. Now the identification is one thing. Now, being played wrong is another, and I am also guilty of that. I will raise my hand and say it proudly that I played it wrong, especially in Korea. Korea, I rushed. I rushed as much. I knew what you could do. I knew all the things that you had to do in the game, but I rushed. And I actually brought that same mistake over in the North American version. I rushed. And what happens is I got all the way up to, I believe I was at 49. And I was like, I don't want to use this class. A lot of people were like, well, why'd you just delete the character? It's because I wanted the name. And I wasn't paying them to rename the character. Or whatever item I needed to do, I wasn't doing it. So I just deleted the character altogether. Which I know I deleted the energy and everything else, blah, blah, blah. It's really easy to level in this game, so I'm not butthurt at all about that. The next thing up I want to talk about is the population. Now, a lot of people have been talking and saying that the game isn't as popular as they thought it was going to be, and people were like hating because they put out the initial numbers on MMORPG.com and said what the numbers are. This game has a lot of people actually playing, and a lot of people actually doing what they need to do. And for whatever reason, my headset decided that it wanted to air out, but I'm still talking, so we're going to keep going. So a lot of people thought that, just because it was like, I believe it was at 100,000 concurrent, that that fails because WoW is like at 6 million, which I think is a total load of crap and a lie, because you all go into like any server and barely see one person for fucking hours. So how does it, no, I'm not buying 6 million. Where are they? They all in the dungeons? No, I'm sorry. So pretty much like the goal on this game is say, hey, it's a failure. Like, that's kind of not fair. Because when you put it on the average with other things, like when you look on like Origin and you look on Steam and you look on other platforms, even Ubisoft's little platform, like you just look at various things and start looking at Reddit totals, this game is not really doing that bad in average to compare to other things. And I can see it only doing nothing but growing because it has a following. It has a game following, it has a YouTube following. The Reddit is crazy. The forums is crazy. Like, there's a lot of people. It's the numbers on each of them are comparable to Blade and Soul, comparable to Guild Wars 2. It's not going to be comparable to WoW because WoW has lineage, but it's comparable to the other big guys out there. So why would it be like, I don't understand the population not being like booming like they expected, but whatever. I consider Black Desert this is my next point, Black Desert officially as a cult hit. That's what I consider it. It reminds me a little bit of Secret World. How Secret World is like a cult hit and just always constantly, like, people don't really talk about it, but it's constantly a strong game. It's constantly has a population and people playing and paying for stuff in it. Like, you can see that if a game isn't really paying for itself, it don't last long. Especially not in this day and age. Investors are not going to back a game just because some kids want to play the game. Look at City of Heroes. Like I hate the low blow like that, but it's the truth. Just because people like something doesn't necessarily mean investors are going to like it. So keep that in mind when you figure out what's a hit and what's not a hit. Next thing I want to talk about is the events. This game has a lot of events. They give a lot of things away for free, and it's always constant. It's probably like two. It's like usually like 2 a month. I don't think I've ever seen 3 a month, but it's usually 2 events a month, and that's good that you get stuff for free like twice a month. Like it's okay. I would give it, like, there's other games that maybe do a little bit more every week or something like that, but to get free things like twice a month, I'll take it. It's very good events. They give pets, they get gear and free upgrade gears and stuff like that, and there's going to be a new event in Valencia to help you with your Blackstone. So you gotta think about that. Like, they give you a lot for free, basically. Like, you don't even gotta pay for it. So yeah. So the next thing I like to talk about is rushing. Now, I told you that I'm guilty of this, and I am, and here's my suggestion to you. Rushing in this game is okay if you want to catch up like story-wise or something like that, but it's not necessarily the best thing that you want to do in this case, because you miss a lot. You miss a lot of quests for energy and contribution and just seeing the game overall, because why are you even buying a game and playing a game if you're only going to see like 30 to 40% of it because you spent the whole time in the forest or in a zone like this grinding? So all you did was grind. Hey, look at me, I'm like the second or third fastest person in the game, so like level whatever. And then you're like, what are you gonna do? Go back and do it again and still not see the game? Slow down and see the game. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You could be a completionist, all the hell you want to be, but slow your roll down, because I don't understand being a completionist to level and then you don't even see the game. That makes no sense. So the next thing I wanted to go on is the fact that this is, to me, kind of more of a solo game and seeing how badass you can be than a team game. Now, if you guys have seen my channel, I actually spoke to Adam Bond, which was one of my favorite moments in my channel ever, because I've been playing his games for a very long time. And one of the things I told him was somehow make it an effort or a point to have people feel like they need to team and talk to other people. Blade and Soul, you have to talk to nobody. This game, Black Desert, you don't have to talk to anybody. Skyforge, you don't have to talk to anybody. World of Warcraft got freaking looking for group raid. You really don't have to talk to anybody in World of Warcraft. You don't have to say jack shit into any person in World of Warcraft ever. Period. You can even join some random guild easily in that game. Same thing with Rift. Like, there's no reason to talk to anybody, and that's sad, because we weren't always like that in gaming. Gaming used to be fun where you had the interaction with people. So whatever, like, just if we can just find a way, if this game can find a way, I would hope so, but right now we really don't have to. All right, the next one is kind of conundrum. Graphics in this game are sick. Like, the graphics in this game are awesome. You feel great playing the game. You look great doing attacks, and like looking this right now, like this Valkyrie, she looks awesome. She's like blazing around with her lightning and everything. Well, not lightning, but her light effects, her light effects and all that type of stuff. Here's the problem. Not every computer can handle this. And when you see the pop-up right there, because I'm sitting somewhere in the middle because I like to keep it smooth. When I start to go up a little bit towards the high and all that, I can take the pop-up down, but then you start to see a little bit of the glitchy. You start to see a little bit of the camera. I mean, like, OBS not being able to keep up, and I'd rather keep it like this. This is a happy medium. I can deal with the pop-up. It still looks good, still looking sexy and shiny. That's fine. Now, when you start going down towards the other end, here's another problem. It starts looking like crap. You start looking like you're playing RuneScape or something like that, or Runes of Magic, and yeah, it just doesn't look good at all, in my opinion. And I hope that they can figure out a way to fix all that, so more gamers could play and start to understand and start to feel a little bit better about playing this game. But we'll see. The last one before I get at the quitters is Daum is doing a good job in understanding what North America needs. I don't know about the other regions because I can't read it, so I'm not going to say anything about the other regions. But in North America, when something goes wrong, we go in the forums, we go on Reddit. Daum is right there. I've had people respond directly to me multiple times, more than any other game combined. And that's saying a lot because I play a lot of games. I have I have 800 videos on my channel, and Daum answers me more than all the 800 videos worth of games companies combined in that little bit of short amount of time. And that is highly impressive on my end. You guys can probably not give a crap, but for me as a person and as somebody, as a press reviewer, that is impressive for me that I got responded to that many more times than everybody else combined. It just is. Matter of fact, Blade and Soul, I got 2 responses from Blade and Soul, and I still haven't gotten the responses I'm actually looking for from Blade and Soul. But twice, I got 2 responses from Blade and Soul from NCSoft on Blade and Soul. NCSoft as a whole has actually spoken to me, and it's almost never been good, but yeah. Now the last one, and this is probably going to make people laugh. All you people who are quitting the game. For one, there's a few things that have happened. One, you probably jumped in the game. Matter of fact, let's make this A. Quitters A. Quitters usually jumped in the game because they thought it was a straight up PvE game, and then when they got the PvP and got their ass kicked, they quit. First of all, nobody told you that it was straight up PvE, and you should have did research. So that's one already. B, they get to the point where they find out that this game is actually extensive and not a cakewalk, because it is. There's a lot of stuff to do. There's the node system, there's the worker system, there's the trade skills, there's the market system, there's actual stamina and weight system, there's the combat system, there's the PvP system, there's the political system, there's the quest system. Like, there's everything that needs, like, and then you have the horses, you have the farming, you have the fishing. Like, there's a lot in this game. Even the character customization is a job. Like, it's a job. Like, look, that's a job right there. Making a character look good and sexy like that. It's a freaking job. So people see that and they think, oh, this isn't WoW. I gotta work. Back to WoW. And they just quit and whatever else. Reason C. They got to the point where they rushed too much and missed half the game, and then turn around and say the game's boring. I'm grinding at 55, 56, whatever. I can't do anything else. And they probably missed half the damn game because they were rushing, following guides and whatever else. It's not the game's fault. Also, to wrap this up, don't make posts saying I'm quitting so XXXX. We don't give a hell. All right? I'm saying this for the community. Really, literally. Nobody cares that you're quitting. You're not going to make me quit. Don't make some immature post on forums or Reddit or whatever else saying you quit. No one cares. I don't care. I'm pretty sure about probably like 95% of the forum don't care, 95% of the Reddit don't care, and the other 5% that do care are trolls that just want to sit up there and laugh with you, but hey, I'm quitting too, and they ain't even actually quitting. They probably playing right when they typing that. So yeah, don't make those posts. If you're gonna quit, be an adult, quit and be gone. Nobody needs to know your reason. Nobody needs to know any of that unless you actually have something valid to say. And you always notice that whenever these people say, I'm quitting, they don't have a valid reason. They don't write down good stuff or like say, hey, this, and this. It's always some whining and complaining and have no valid reason to be whatsoever. I've seen like maybe 1 or 2 guys say, you know what, this game isn't for me. It takes too much time. And you know, that is a valid reason because the game takes a lot of time. It really does. So that's a valid reason. Somebody says, you know what, I just don't have the time for it, or I don't have the patience, or the pop-up is getting to me and my machine can't handle it. Those are all valid reasons. But just to say the game sucks now because I played it for like 1,000 hours and I grinded to 55 and I don't got nothing to do, and I probably didn't play half the fucking game, and yeah, that's not a reason for you to come and make a post and waste everybody's time having to read it. Anyway, let me stop on that note. I like the game. I feel the game is going to be going ahead. You're going to see me playing the game a lot. I will endorse the game as much as I possibly can because I think it's unique in this sense. It's not a sandbox, it's sandboxy. If that's not a word. That's totally not a word, but I like it. It'll be going places. And you guys just have to take it for what it is and have fun within it. Remember that it is a bit of a chore to understand, but once you actually understand the game, it's very enjoyable. So I will catch you guys later, and peace. Appreciate everybody who stops by and watches my channel. So if you'd like to see more of my videos, you can click the top right end card and see more of my videos on the playlist, or you can click the bottom right and subscribe to the channel. Once again, one love, and thanks for stopping by. Peace.